The annual battle between Japanese whalers and conservationists on the southern oceans has become a summer media ritual. But there's far less focus on another hunt along Japan's own shores. Every year, Japanese fishermen harvest about 20,000 dolphins and small whales as part of what they say is a centuries-old tradition. The biggest hunt is in Taiji, a town in western Japan, which was the subject of the Academy Award-winning documentary The Cove several years ago. The ABC's North Asia correspondent Mark Willisey travelled to the town and a warning. His report contains distressing and confronting images. It's a seemingly tranquil coastline. But for those who pass here, there are lurking dangers and possibly death. Taiji is infamous for a single secluded inlet known simply as the Cove, and for its blood-red tide.
They will drag the dolphins by their tails up onto the rocky beach in the shallow cove area and drive a steel rod down through their spine. But the steel rod is removed and then a wooden plug is put into the hole and then pounded into place with a wooden mallet, all for the intention of keeping the blood from filling the cove.
Everyone here says it's tradition or culture, but they do it simply for profit. It's a business, not a tradition.
The dolphin hunt in Taiji was brought to worldwide attention by the Academy Award-winning documentary The Cove. It showed how every year here, about 2,000 dolphins and pilot whales are herded into a bay. The best specimens are separated from the pod and sold off to marine parks and hotels. The rest are driven into this narrow inlet and stabbed and slashed to death before being butchered for their meat. Despite the global outcry caused by the Cove, Taiji is refusing to stop what it calls a tradition.
All right, we're off to Taiji.
It's before dawn, and Sea Shepherd leader Scott West and his team of 10 activists are making their daily trip to the Cove. They're here to watch and count the number of dolphins taken by the fishermen.
Well, right now we're headed into the harbour to check on the 12 dolphin hunting boats coming tomorrow.
But the watchers are also being watched. Every morning, squads of police are waiting for the activists.
It doesn't really bother me, but I find it really strange. I mean, we probably have about 5 policemen per individual, and everywhere you go, they turn up.
As the dawn breaks, they also want to know who I am and why I've turned up in Taiji. Nearby in the harbour, the dolphin hunters are setting out. With conditions clear and calm, it's a perfect day to spring their trap. Taiji's fishermen have been stalking these mammals for centuries. The fishermen and the town's mayor refused to speak to 7:30. But it's clear that the presence of Sea Shepherd and other activists in Taiji has got some people's blood boiling.
Sea Shepherd, go back home. Please, go back home.
Only one resident would speak with us, a man who's braved ostracism and threats to voice his opposition to the slaughter. Not because it's cruel, but because he regards dolphin meat as poison.
I read that the council would use the dolphin meat for school lunches, so I did some tests of the meat, and it was found the mercury level in the dolphin meat exceeded the safe level.
Well, they're poisoning themselves, they're poisoning their children. It's insane. They're trying to hide the dead dolphins there under that tarp.
This former Environmental Protection Agency officer wears his heart on his sleeve. His team gathers after every hunt to upload on the internet what they witness.
Because of our presence here and the cameras and the attention that we're bringing, the dolphin killers are forcing themselves to conceal their efforts through more and more extraordinary means. They're having to use tarps to cover up the cove itself. The time and energy that they're putting into preventing us from getting this photography is taking that time and energy away from their ability to kill.
This is as close to the cove as I can get. The entrance of the cove is just behind me across the water. If I was to scale over those rocks around that fence,
I would be immediately arrested by the police.
Everywhere I go during my stay in Taiji, the police aren't far behind. But today, out on the water, the pursuit is much more aggressive.
So this is perfect conditions for hunting dolphin.
It's an okay day from their perspective, which means it's a potentially terrible day for dolphins. Right here, straight out.
Sea Shepherd believes its presence here has disrupted the hunt, saying the usual kill was halved last year. There's a belief, both among foreign activists and at least one Taiji resident, that the days of the dolphin slaughter are numbered.
It will end soon. The fishermen are not making profits anymore because the meat is not selling. No one wants to eat it.
We're confident that this is going to be successful, that there will be an end to this, this hunt, and it's going to come about through infinite patience.
And today at least, the hunters return empty-handed.
All right, that was the last boat. It's a good day for dolphins in Taiji.
Mark Willesee with that report.